Latest best-selling children's book to hit the screen following a precocious 11-year-old boy and his friends as they navigate the sixth grade. It's a tough one for many of us out there. Here with us today to tell us more about Big Nate, now streaming on Paramount Plus. We are excited to welcome Ben Garreau, who plays Nate Wright, and Bryce Charles, who is the voice of Dee Dee Holloway. Thank you both for joining me today.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, excited to talk to you about this project. So Ben, tell us about this show and your character, Big Nate, and your character, Nate Wright, who is navigating through, I think we can all agree, a very tough year in life. The sixth grade is the worst.
Yeah, in many ways, this is a sixth grade do-over for me because I was like not a really confident kid in sixth grade. I didn't have many friends. Nate is the complete opposite. Nate has unabashed confidence. He leads his group of misfit ragtag friends into tons of trouble, misadventures, hijinks. He's a total prankster. I think that the thing I appreciate most about Nate is that, look, he thinks he's cool, even if he's really not, but he has incredible confidence, even when he shouldn't necessarily have it.
It's definitely a great thing for kids to pick up and learn from this show, is that just utter confidence to just be yourself and do what you're going to do no matter what anybody else thinks. Absolutely. So Ben, you have quite an acting resume with on camera and voice acting roles. People may recognize you from House or Psych. My 7-year-old recognizes you from Henry Danger. So tell us about how voice acting kind of compares with these roles, and do you have a preference moving forward, whether you do more voice work or on camera work?
Yeah, I mean, look, for me, I just love to make people laugh, and I love the collaboration. I love collaborative creativity. So whether that's behind a microphone, in front of the camera on Henry Danger or Danger Force, directing, I like to direct too. But certainly the collaboration, especially with friends like Bryce, it's a dream come true.
Yes, and Bryce, so tell me a little bit about your character, Dee Dee, and that relationship with Nate on the show.
Yeah, well, Dee Dee, she's this really high energy, very excitable, super supportive friend, fun-loving character. She is so passionate about theater. She's a theater nerd, as am I, and so I could really relate to her on that front, and I really enjoyed bringing that out through this character. And her relationship with Nate is, I feel like they do a really great balancing act. They balance each other out. Nate has no problem dancing outside of the lines, you know, and obviously just like running away from the rules, disregarding them completely. And I feel like Dee Dee has a way of sort of reeling him back in. But if she does have to, you know, step outside of the rules to help her friends out, then she does that without hesitation, and that's what I love about her. And whenever Dee Dee is going a little bit too far, doing a little bit too much with her theater antics and her method acting, which she does a lot of, jumping in and out of character, then Nate can kind of be like, okay, all right, Dee Dee, just be Dee Dee, or can you just speak to me like a regular human and not, you know, through a monologue? So
gotta rein her back in. I bet that's a fun character to play. So what about you? I know that you obviously have an extensive career as well. Do you like the voice acting part of this, or do you prefer more of that on-camera interaction?
Well, at my core, I come from musical theater. And so the musical theater aspect not only helps me relate to Dee Dee and her personality and her characteristics, but also that high energy, I think, and also my vocal training, you know, coming from a singing background, I think helps me with voiceover. And so I get to put all of that together with voiceover. And I think that's what makes it really fun. And it kind of felt like it came naturally. And I learned a lot throughout this process as well on top of that. And yeah, just focusing all of that physical energy through the voice is a challenge at first, because I want to be, you know, moving and you know, bumping things and all kind of stuff. So I have to reel that in. But once you kind of find the balance and get it all through the voice, it's really cool and really fun.
Well, for both of you, how does it kind of impact your relationships with the cast, knowing that you guys aren't necessarily interacting with each other and filming together? Are you guys still able to create a nice bond?
You know, that's a great question. Most animated shows through the pandemic have just been isolated performances between an actor at home and an engineer. Where our show is unique is we have still found a way, credit to the folks at Nickelodeon for figuring this out, to record as an ensemble. So once a week, we still get on a Zoom. And what that affords us is we're able to improvise with each other. We're able to react off of each other. We're able to find little moments that aren't reflected on the page. And I think that magic translates to the screen. And also, it allows us to really have a bond. I would also be remiss if I didn't say we had, quite coincidentally, real, authentic, real-life friendships going into the show. So Bryce and I had just done a play together. Arnie Pantoja, who plays Teddy Ortiz, is my real-life writing partner. And I think you'll see the authentic friendships in real life reflected in the show itself.
Absolutely. It's been really
So
fun
nice to
playing
hear.
off of that chemistry, together and just having that bond, and it just made the recording sessions that much more fun.
Yeah, I love how you guys were able to get innovative with those recording sessions and sort of feel like you were, in fact, an ensemble. All right. Thank you so much for your time today, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm excited to get into this series with my daughter, who's 7. She's excited for this. And everyone, guys, at home, stop what you're doing after this show, of course, and head over to Paramount Plus to enjoy the nostalgia and hilariousness that is Big Nate streaming now. Thank you both again for your time.
Thanks so much.
Stick around.